Hey, Becca,
Hey, Scott.
do you like fruit?
I love fruit.
I love eating fruit. Now, what's your favorite fruit?
I really like oranges and
Oranges,
strawberries
strawberries, yeah.
and
Got that here.
grapes
Got some
and
grapes.
nectarines. Yeah.
I don't think I have a nectarine right here.
Okay.
I've got that. I've got apples, red and green, bananas, grapes, mandarin slice, and orange,
Are we gonna
strawberries,
get
of
to
course.
eat these?
Well, yeah, we could enjoy some of these if you want to. Oh, I've got a pear too.
Ooh.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
I really like all of these. Like, this is just going to be my lunch.
Mm.
I'm really excited.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, you're welcome. So I was thinking if you wanted to pick something out and have some, that'd be great.
Mm.
But I got a little bit of a warning for you. Some of it may be obvious, but some of this fruit is not real.
What?
It's fake. But some of it is real. Do you think Becca can figure out what's the real and what's fake? So what do you think you want to try? What do you think you want to try?
So you said some are fake. Now that you say that these grapes don't quite look real.
Yeah, they're a little
hard.
plastic.
You hear that?
Plastic, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna not eat
do
those.
those grapes. Not do those grapes.
Not eat those. There's a lime here.
Ooh, limes are good. Do you want to
Ooh.
slice that lime up?
Yeah, limes on a taco. That sounds really good.
You got a knife to work on? With
Yes,
that?
I sure do.
Okay.
This should.
All I can say is good luck with that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Give it a try.
Okay.
Give it a try.
What?
It's fake.
That one's fake too.
Yeah, it looks very real, but it's not real.
Wow,
It's
that's crazy.
Plastic.
Okay, well, I guess I'll keep trying.
Yeah. You want some help?
Yeah,
can
I
give
would
you a hint.
appreciate that
See,
because I'm
if you
hungry.
look at this and you say, I wonder what I could eat. If you reach in here for this and you go,
yes,
that's edible.
these grapes are real. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm. So, Becca, to find out what was real, you actually had to try it or touch it and see it. Because some of it was pretty easy, but some of it's kind of hard to tell what's real and what's not real. What's good fruit and what's that looks pretty real.
You think this is real?
But
No.
It's not. No.
Yeah.
This is the real red apple.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's hard to tell sometimes what's
Yeah.
real and what's not, but until you get right there and find out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think today one of the reasons I had all this fruit out is our Bible verses from Jesus. Finishing up in the Sermon on the Mount that we've been doing, he talks about fruit.
That's right.
And he tells us a little bit about fruit. He uses it as an example to how we can tell something else. So I'm going to ask you if you would grab your Bible. This is in Matthew chapter 7.
Okay.
That's awesome. And you're going to start reading there. I believe that's in verse 15.
Okay.
And so I want you to read that for us. But Jesus tells us an example using fruit.
All right.
But he doesn't start off with fruit. So just wait a minute. Go.
Okay. So Matthew 7, verse 15 through 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you pretending to be sheep, but on the inside they are hungry wolves.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Okay. We can tell each tree by its fruit.
Okay.
Do people pick grapes from bushes? Do they pick figs from thorns? No.
I'm thinking the answer is no.
In the same way, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. And a good tree can't bear bad fruit, and a bad tree can't bear good fruit.
Well, that's a lot of fruit.
Yeah. So, fruit and
Well,
fruit.
see, Jesus he doesn't even start talking about fruit. He talks about, sheep and wolves. Now, do wolves like to attack sheep?
Yes.
All right. So sheep need to be careful with wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus said, be careful because some people will come along and they're going to try to, he called them prophets.
Disguise.
They're going to try to pretend that they're Jesus followers, but they're not yet. Wow.
They're going to disguise themselves as
you can stop that anytime.
No?
Now. That's kind of
okay.
scary for me. So it's kind of like that. They're going to pretend that they're good, but really they're not. And he said they're really, like hungry wolves pretending to be a sheep. And you're like, wow, if that can happen,
dangerous.
if that can happen, how can we know? And Jesus then tells us how we can know by talking about fruit.
Mm-hmm.
He says you can tell a tree by its fruit. So, I've got this plant here. You think I can get an apple from this?
No, that doesn't look like an apple tree.
Pear?
No.
Grapes?
I don't think that's any kind of fruiting tree.
Actually, I think you're right. Jesus said you can't get good fruit from a tree that's not made to do that.
To do that, yeah.
You know, so if it's a bad tree, if it's not a tree that's going to produce some good fruit, you can tell right away if, I waited long enough, no apples are going to appear on this tree, on this plant here. And so I'll know this is not an apple tree. So Jesus is saying you can tell if you watch, instead of being a bush or a tree, a person, you'll tell what kind of person they are if you watch and see what kind of fruit. Now, he's not talking about fruit coming out of your ears. And,
that's a little confusing because I'm not a tree.
No, you're not a tree. So what he means by fruit is things that come out of your life, like what you do and what you say. So I can tell if, Becca is trying to be a Jesus follower and doing her best at it, good fruit is going to come out of you. Okay. Good things like, let's just pretend these fruits are things like kindness and love and serving. Those things are what I can watch for. And if those good things come out of you, I can be pretty sure that if you're going to help me learn about Jesus, you know what you're talking about. But if Becca talks about Jesus but doesn't, produce good fruit, she has, instead of, good stuff, she has, anger all the time. That's not a real fruit. Or she comes out and she, hurts other people with her words all the time. That's fake. That's not real.
I can say, oh, I love Jesus all day long, but if I don't love other people,
you're like this fake apple.
Okay.
You're pretending.
That makes sense.
You're pretending, but it's not really real. Because Jesus said something that doesn't have it real can't produce the real stuff.
So it's really what's on the inside. Because it can look real on the outside, but on the inside, it's not real.
It's not the same. So you got to get to know people that way and you watch. But here's the other thing. Here's the cool part. This isn't just about us watching, to be sure we're safe following the right people that teach about Jesus. But it's also one of those things where, hey, if we're going to follow Jesus, we need to make sure we've got good fruit coming out of us. So instead of, having, lies come out of us, we need to have the truth. It's good fruit. Instead of, being mean and picking and bullying somebody, we need to be good like this.
That's
instead
real.
Of being fake like this. So we need to have good fruit coming out of us too.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Now, it's not an easy thing.
No.
And, it's not because I'm super good that I can have, good fruit, which this is fake, by the way. This is the real one. It's not because I'm just super good. It's because I really follow Jesus that these things will come out of us. And Jesus is trying to say, if they're not really following me, they're going to produce fake fruit, not good fruit. So it's not about how good you can try or how good I can try. It's about if we really follow Jesus and let him in our heart and let him flow out of our life. And so we're real instead of being fake. And that's how you'll know, by watching. And so you can watch each other and say, well, are they really producing good fruit, doing things that Jesus would want or not? But then you can ask that same question of yourself. Am I doing things and producing things like love and kindness?
Yeah, and it's got to start with us before we can call someone else out.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to yourself and know good fruit before you start looking at others that way. So.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that to me.
It's really tough, but it's something that you can do even at your age is start watching. If you see someone that does things that aren't really good, that's not a person you need to follow. That's the main thing there. Yeah. You don't need to necessarily go and, tell everybody that they're bad. But what you need to do is say if your friend, starts doing stuff and producing bad fruit, you probably don't need to hang out with them as much.
Yeah.
And you need to try to produce good fruit by following Jesus, so maybe they can learn a little bit more.
Something that reminds me of is other conversations we've had about when we love others, we love Jesus, and don't let our good deeds be seen. We were trying to do sneaky acts of kindness. So if we were doing good things, but we went and said, hey, guess what I did? Would that kind of be
like
fake
that.
fruit a little bit.
Jesus is trying to say it's going to come out of us because it's just what's going to happen. You have a good apple tree, you're going to get good apples. But, if you're not a good apple tree, you're going to probably produce fake apples.
I'm going to do it
and you're going to do it and say, oh, look, I've got an apple. Just don't get too close.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that you got to watch. You got to use your brain. Mm-hmm. But you also have to know that if it doesn't look like Jesus, sound like Jesus, act like Jesus,
it's probably
not Jesus. So watch carefully and live your life carefully too.
Mm-hmm. And asking questions is always a good idea.
Always good. Moms and dads, and sometimes people like Miss Becca here, me, or Mr. Scott Meyer. Mm-hmm. Those are people you can ask questions about. Hey, is this good fruit to follow or not? Is that someone I need to listen to, or someone I need to say, no, I don't need to listen to you. I don't need to do what you do.
Yes, absolutely. So ask us your questions. Ask mom and dad your questions, because we have to ask each other questions all the time.
That's true. Well, this week I've got some attached stuff there to help, maybe learn about watching for good fruit, but also especially about producing good fruit while you follow Jesus. So those are attached to this lesson. We hope we have a great Thanksgiving for you.
Yeah.
Great Thanksgiving for you, and we'll see you later. Love you.
Bye. Hey, look at the fruit I'm producing.
Pretty sure that's not what Jesus meant.
But
they are pretty cool looking.
They're really heavy. Do you have any clippers? I have to hold my ears up because they're just pulling my head down.
Fruity ears. It's a new kind of earring. Mm-hmm. Fruity ears. I don't recommend it.
It's heavy. I love those grapes. Some of them are missing. Hey, Scott, do you know where the rest of the grapes went? I was going to have those for lunch.
I have no idea where the grapes are.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Did you get stung by a bee?
A giant wasp. Yeah.
Oh, that looks a little bit like the grape in my mouth.
Okay, maybe I have to. Fruit of the Spirit is not an orange. Well, orange, nothing rhymes with orange, so let's try. I don't have one here. Fruit of the Spirit is not a coconut. Fruit of the Spirit is not a coconut. If you want to be a coconut, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit because the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That song's really cool, but it's fruit of the Spirit's not an apple. It's hard to rhyme with apple. Orange is really impossible. We've had banana and Hannah or Savannah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried strawberry.
Fruit of the Spirit's not strawberry.
I have done fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. But, yeah. But.
Orange. Snapple.
No. I think Becca's making up words.
Canterberry. I don't know.
We're going to stop. Look, Becca, it's a grape bush.
I thought grapes grew on vines.
Oh. It's a grapevine bush.
You're wrong.
Okay. I kind of just laid them on top. Hey, Becca, what kind of fruit is this?
It's rainbow fruit.
Rainbow fruit.
Oh, it's my favorite. I didn't know a rainbow made so many different flavors. Taste the rainbow.
Yeah. It's not really fruit, though. It's candy. Sugar.
Does candy count as fruit?
No. Probably better eat this instead of this, huh?
Okay.
Hey, Becca, want to see me juggle?
Sure.
Yeah, I can't juggle. But you know what? I know someone who can. I'll go get him.
Okay.
All right. I'll be
Can you teach me his skills?
Okay, I went and found the person that can juggle.
Okay.
You may be surprised by this. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Live, in person, here in the Crew Message studio, Scott Meyer to juggle some fruit.
Woo!
Let's give him a hand. Here he comes.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see it.
He's got the skills.
Now you just want me to juggle this fruit,
you
right?
just juggle fruit. Go for it. You ready?
Okay.
One.
It's okay if I drop the fruit.
It's okay if you drop the fruit, but I don't think you will.
Okay.
No, we believe in you.
3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! I'm so impressed.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Can we start throwing more in?
No.
No? Okay. That's pretty
Guys!
cool. Let's give him a big hand.
Woo!
All right, now try the bananas.
4 years of college wasn't wasted on me. So,
Was it clown school?
clown school,
Okay.
yes.
Your preacher can juggle.